Hello, everybody, boys and girls, men and women, and
grandmas and grandpas,
SpongeBob and
Patrick.
Mrs. Puff. It's the Fresh Cut.
I'm Noah Parker.
And I'm Aaron Donovan. We do this so often.
You normally don't say that you're Aaron Donovan. You just look at me with sad eyes and I laugh.
Why? Who's our guest today, Aaron?
Today we have the one and only Gibson Mills. Gibson Thomas Mills, yes?
That's correct, a.k.a. Silly Gibby.
Silly Gibby. If Amy Long's our campus princess, I think you're probably our campus prince.
Oh, wow. High praise.
I would say, but like not because you married her, more like brother and sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't marry her.
Not
That's
good.
incest.
Maggie Brewer would end my life if we tried to set you the two of you.
Don't worry, Maggie.
Yeah, Maggie, don't worry. I fully support the two of you. I just felt the need to clarify that they are brother and sister, not married. For basically no reason. Gibby, how are you doing today?
Oh, wonderful.
I was
Wet.
watching Snow White.
It was good, and then I just got done watching Fantasia, also for Kenny. I know, lucky me.
Gibby and I are in History of Animated Film, but I have a migraine, so I didn't go to class today.
Yeah, so she's not really in it because she's
I'm also
not
auditing.
there. Yeah, which is fair.
You
Also,
missed it.
Aaron doesn't really go to her classes.
Exactly.
Today, Aaron Doolittle was upset that I wasn't in class.
We just watched
Aaron
a movie.
too.
I think you could have handled it.
Well, light and sound bothers me.
Okay.
Light and sound.
Light and sound.
Smells. and
Smells.
things I
touch.
can hear.
What are the other senses?
Well, a movie
taste.
is almost entirely... Guys, this is my radio show. You guys don't get to bond together. Yes? Anything to add, Noah?
I don't want... for risk of
I mean, is
bonding,
this-
I don't want to say anything.
Is this your radio show, or are you just 50% of it? I mean, Noah's half of it now.
Well, I don't, what did I do to deserve this? All right, we're moving into conspiracy theories.
What?
You guys are picking on me. So we have two conspiracy theories today. One I came up with last week, and I just want to know what other people think. And the other is a real one. So last week, I don't know what I was thinking about, but I was looking at my phone and I realized that I have to pay an absurd amount of money for a phone, and then I have to pay for a screen protector, and I have to pay for a phone case. And so I came up with the old conspiracy theory of the fact that Apple and Androids are just sucking our money from us, even more than we thought. Because if I'm paying $850 for an iPhone, it should come prepared to be dropped.
That's not a conspiracy. That's capitalism.
That's first world problems.
But I'm really mad about it. And other people, well, who did I tell? I told someone, and they were like, no, you could just be careful enough, and then you wouldn't need to buy it.
No.
That's ridiculous.
But my phone has a glass back. The back of the iPhone XR is glass. You don't do that unless you want to take other people's money. I just wanted to, but I'm hoping I'd be validated, and it seems like I am.
You are.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
cool. Moving on.
That was quick.
Oh, we didn't read this.
That's how these always go. I thought you said that's at the top and bottom of the hour.
Oh, yeah, you're right, 9:30.
Aaron gets worried about our
False alarm.
radio legal guidelines.
Well, we don't have the budget to be fined.
We don't have the budget to be fun.
One and the same. So last Thursday, someone prank called the radio station 7 times in 30 minutes. Don't know who it is. Pretty funny, but also slightly aggravating. But after the 4th call, I was working, and I was going to yell at everyone on my Instagram story. But my good friend Chase McGlamory, hopeful guest on here, still convincing him, future guest, said that I should go on Instagram Live. And that's what I did. And while I was on there, I said, like, if you guys have any conspiracy theories that you want me to talk about, let me know. And the only person to respond was my friend Ian from the summer. And he said the Shakespeare conspiracy theories. Have either of you heard about this?
Only that Shakespeare was not a real person, or he's multiple people.
Yes. Noah, have you heard about this?
I don't remember.
Okay. So there are conspiracy theories that basically that Shakespeare didn't actually write it, that it was a code name, that there was multiple authors. And so I'm going to read you about some of the possible authors that could have been William Shakespeare, according to Telegraph. I'm citing my sources ahead of time. .co.uk.
What's the article title?
The article title is Shakespeare, The Conspiracy Theories.
Who was the author and when was it published?
By Telegraph reporters on July
Okay, that's
25th,
lazy, Telegraph.
2015 at 5...
Give someone some credit.
It was published at 5:17 p.m., but it won't tell us who wrote it. The UK is...
It was William
Where's-
Shakespeare.
Where's Amy Long? Can she explain this for us? Okay, so there's not much known about William Shakespeare, which is why this conspiracy theory has popped up. That there's not enough known to entirely prove that he was real. So here are the most widely known theories about the authorship of the plays. So the first one is just various authors. In 1848, Joseph C. Hart, it specifies that he was American, wrote a book that had the argument that the plays were written by several different authors. Then in 1856, Delia? Is that what you pronounce that? Delia?
Delia.
Delia? All right.
So.
Bacon, another American, supported his argument, wrote an article, and attributed the authorship to a group of people who were overseen by Sir Francis Bacon and Sir Walter Raleigh. So, there was Edward de Vere, who was the 17th Earl of Oxford.
Of course.
Classic. And was also the Lord Great Chamberlain of England. Oh, we didn't explain our game. Gibby, there's a game we played.
Oh, okay. Are we playing the game right now?
Yeah.
We're always playing the game.
Wow.
It's called band name, baby name, stripper name. If you hear anything that would be a good band name, you'll shout it out.
Or baby
Don't
names.
shout it out.
Well, don't yell into the microphone. That's no one yells at me. And then if you think it's a good band name, you'll say it, and then we'll have to put it through the test of is it also a good baby name, is it also a good stripper name, and the goal is to find one that is all three.
Like Chamberlain of England.
Well, I was more thinking Earl of Oxford would be a good
Stripper.
band
Both
name.
good.
Earl is a baby name, and Earl of Oxford could be a pretentious male stripper name. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I like it. No, yeah,
Okay,
I agree.
so then I would have... That would be a win in the game. But if you said that Chamberlain of England, that would probably be a bad stripper name, so it would work.
Lord Great Chamberlain of England. I feel like that's a good band name now.
I would say yes. But I don't know if... I guess that was a title for him, so it could be a baby name, but that would probably be too long for a stripper name.
I agree, yes.
So that's the game. You get to play the whole hour, and forevermore if you would like.
Forevermore?
Forevermore. So back to the conspiracy theory. Edward de Vere, those were his titles, and he also was a poet, a courtier. I did proofread this time, but not out loud. I don't normally come prepared. So there's not a lot of evidence to suggest that he did write them, but some people believe that there are references in the plays to his life, and that there are a series of codes in the writing that implicate him as the author. It was actually a theory put forth in the film Anonymous. I don't know what that film is about, but it's there. So there also is...
Mark Twain. You know him? You love him? He wrote Romeo and Juliet.
That is Noah's addition to the conspiracy theory.
That is not on this website, I would like to say.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney.
Also not on there.
How do you explain all those great songs?
He's got a point.
Gibby is a big Beatles fan. I don't know.
The Beatles? Aaron. Wow. I feel a little shamed.
What? I don't know. I have a migraine. Leave me alone. So Sir Francis Bacon was another possible author. He was the writer of New Atlantis. He was an essayist and a scientist, and it was possible that he could have wrote the plays. They used penned the plays, which I think is pretty nice, but that was pretty sure that'd be plagiarism. There's not a lot of evidence to suggest Sir Francis Bacon.
Everything we do is plagiarism.
Well, I'm trying to be better now.
Okay.
I try to be better and you still yell at me.
That is not yelling.
Reprimand.
That is not reprimand. It's not patriarchal. It's just playful coworker.
He chided you.
Yeah, that's fun chiding. Aren't you having fun?
Chiding enjoys. Oh, chiding. Okay. Okay, I'm going back to Sir Francis Bacon.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Shakespeare never died. That's the conspiracy theory I'm coming up with. Anything that's ever been written
It was Elvis Presley.
has been written by Shakespeare. Shakespeare wrote this article. There's not a lot of evidence to suggest that Sir Francis Bacon could have been the writer, apart from the fact that his plays and Shakespeare's plays were similar, which is almost no evidence to me at all, but enough that it made the Telegraph website.
Down here, they're just talking about initials WS, so I really doubt the...
The theory that Bacon could have written the plays was first put forth in 1856, but I'm guessing Delia Bacon was related. So I think that I won't put my bias in yet. I'll wait till you put your own. There was Christopher Marlowe, who was a playwright that was writing at the same time as Shakespeare, and it's possible and likely that they crossed paths. This theory goes to report that...
These guys lived in the same hemisphere.
Listen, I'm not claiming to believe any of these. I'm just putting forth the theories, the beliefs. This is the only one I'd heard before I read this article. The theory is that Marlowe's death... I'm going to read it because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to paraphrase this. The theory goes that the reports of Marlowe's death in a drunken brawl on May 30th, 1593 were falsified to protect him from going to prison for being an atheist. Marvelonians believe that Shakespeare was named as the play's author to protect the truth of what really happened to Marlowe.
Wow. That's a lot.
This was one that I'd heard in high school English class.
With all that?
With all that.
They're going to prison for being an atheist and everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was William Stanley, who had the initials, as you can tell, WS.
I'm convinced.
Got him.
I don't need to hear anything else.
Is considered another
Well, wait till you hear this. He's an atheist, so he's going to jail.
Prison. Thank you.
Prison.
Is considered another strong contender for being the author of the plays. He was the 6th Earl of Derby.
Stripper name.
It's a Chippendale. He's high class.
And had his own theater company called Derby's Men.
Stripper quartet.
I like the voice that you're saying it. I think that's the funniest part.
Stripper quartet.
He was known to sign himself off as Will.
Baby name.
He also traveled in Europe, and through his marriage to Elizabeth de Vere. Ooh, we had a de Vere earlier in this. I don't know. He was related to William Cecil.
The author of this page actually was just on Ancestry.com. It didn't look for very different last names.
Bacon. Yeah, this guy.
He was married to Elizabeth de Vere, and that made him related to William Cecil, who many believe the character of Polonius in Hamlet is based off of.
I think Polonius is a stripper name, no?
You could pull that off.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Last but not least is Roger Manners. And this theory that the play is written by Roger Manners, who is the 5th Earl of Rutland. All right, no one wanted to claim that as band name, baby name, or stripper. I waited. Was supported by a German literary critic named Karl...
Believe true.
Believe true. He was just trying to get attention with the name like that. When I was put forth in 1907, Manners married the daughter of the poet Philip Sidney, and it was thought that the two of them wrote the plays together. However, this was true. Roger Manners would have been 16 when the first of Shakespeare's works were published in 1593.
Okay.
So,
well, Chief Sosa was 16. Keith Sosa was 15 when he dropped. I don't know. What's the meme about Chief Keef?
Good content.
Yeah, good content. There we go. But
nice.
Lord was like 17 when she released her
like
first
the
album.
German answer to Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Well, Lord, how old was Lord when she dropped her? She was only 15 or 16.
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
Right.
Mary Shelley was 16 when she started Frankenstein.
Oh, Frankenstein's so good.
Dr. Walker Eden would be so proud right now. She is so proud. She just doesn't know it. So, Gibson Mills, do you buy into any of these conspiracy theories?
I mean, I'm not convinced by any of these particular names, but I'm not unconvinced that Shakespeare was not one person or did not exist.
Noah, any thoughts?
Will you scroll down for a second?
Yeah.
Could you click on that link of the deadliest snakes ever found on the planet?
From Bob's Hideout? I'm clicking on it.
How many
Actually,
tabs
this
do you
is
have
probably
open
not
there?
a-
Good grief.
This isn't
hey.
even a lot. I just cleared them out.
Oh, even Noah came to your defense and said, whoa, hey.
She's had much more.
Yeah, this is like...
Wow, this website sure loads slowly. I'm not going to include a link to this on our YouTube
I don't want to
video.
know where this link takes us.
Yeah, this thing
it's not
seems
blocked
creepy.
by Milligan Wi-Fi, though.
Well, maybe if
So-
you clicked on Man Crush, it would be.
This is from...
Ooh, now click on the next link about
things you
COPD
must know about
treatments.
CD. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think these conspiracies have too much merit to them. Maybe one or two.
I like
Wait,
the
what
one
do you
about the
think,
drunken-
Aaron?
I like the one about the drunken brawl. My high school English teacher bought into that. I just hope that that's true. I think that's pretty cool.
That would be cool.
I don't know. I feel like I'm probably on your boat. I don't know if I'm entirely convinced, but I wouldn't be surprised. Joel just said, happy that Gibby called you out. Joel hates how many tabs I have.
Yeah,
Joel,
yeah,
I
that
only
really
have
bothers me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you a messy person, Aaron? Because I feel like having a lot of tabs and being messy kind of go hand in hand.
You have not been able to see the floor of my room for like 2
I knew
weeks. I only have 12 tabs open right now. I've had up to like 25.
That's 11 too many. That's 12 too many, actually. Well, no, I guess 11 too many. You only need one tab open right now.
But look, I have 2 Gmails.
Well, why do you need
Miss
why do you need
Popular.
your email open right now?
Well, I always just have it open. I don't want to
Well,
like
that
open and
seems-
close it when I can just click on it, you know?
I bet you never turn off your laptop is what it is.
What do you mean?
Like, do you ever turn off your laptop?
I put it to sleep.
So you never shut it down?
I let it die.
Wow.
Do people let their
No, I shut my computer down every time I'm done with it, almost every time I close it.
Noah, what do you do?
Okay, I zoned out. Do you mean like actually turn the power off?
Yeah.
I'm kind of in between computers. I'm using...
I'm between jobs. I'm not employed technically.
I'm like borrowing my sister's old computer that barely works because my computer barely worked even more, which is to say that it actually worked even less.
So what do you
I'm not
do?
entirely clear what that meant.
I don't know either.
What do you do with either of those computers? Do you do the
Well, one of them I apparently broke. The other one, I usually just shut it. But sometimes I'll like actually turn my devices off. Just it's good to do from time to time.
I let my phone die like at
Because of
least
the
once a
PSA.
week to save my battery because it makes your battery life last longer.
To let your phone die?
If you constantly have it charged,
I have
Yeah,
heard
you don't
that.
wanna
Like if you leave
constantly
it,
charge
if you
it.
leave it plugged in, like when it's already at 100%.
But like there was, I don't know, I was talking to some tech person and like you're supposed to let your phone die on occasion. Actually, I was at the Apple store and then one of the whatever people was, I'm thinking of Best Buy. They're like the Geek Squad. I don't know what Apple people are called, but they were telling
Apple
this
Squad.
Apple Squad. They were telling this lady that like at least once a week or once every 2 weeks you should let your phone die all the way.
You learn something new every day, folks.
And normally
This is not an educational radio broadcast.
Wait a sec. Forget that. You're not here to learn things,
They're
people.
here for fun.
I inform them about conspiracy theories every week. This is very educational.
Our conspiracy theories are like... Ours are almost all gossip.
Well, these were semi-believable. I was afraid it was
Yeah.
going to be something.
What do you think
This
about
is
Avril Lavigne?
legitimate.
Have you heard that conspiracy theory?
I don't believe it.
You think she's alive or dead?
Well, I presume she's alive.
Okay, you're not allowed back on our show ever again.
I'm a truther. I'm an Avril Lavigne truther. Wait, no. Truther are the people who are generally the conspiracy theorists. Never mind. I'm a denier.
Did you, when I walked in here, well, one time, Noah, I was walking back and forth today. I realized this is
is a good
unnecessary
story.
information. Noah was telling me that Avril Lavigne and Nicki Minaj
Oh, the same person.
that'd be so confusing. They're collaborating on a song together.
Wow.
What are your thoughts?
I
Excited?
don't know that I've
Disappointed?
ever actually listened to an Avril Lavigne song. So,
You've never heard Skater Boy?
like people making references to it, yes. But
We've
never
ne-
the actual song, I don't think.
There
I mean,
actually,
I'm sure.
there was no actual song. It's been references all along. No one's heard the real thing. It's a conspiracy.
It's references all the way down.
Yeah.
She started making Christian music. I just
No,
uploaded
I
it.
don't believe that.
It's on this. I just.
I don't know
uploaded
I'm
it.
saying that because also I've never listened to her music either, so.
I was very surprised because she was pretty emo, but she has a song called "Head Above Water" that will soon be added to Milligan Radio Christian playlists.
Huh.
To be-
Dude, was this issued recently?
yeah, it came out. I think either end of 2018, beginning of 2019.
My Christian music knowledge goes as far as Toby Mac, and that's it.
We have a Switchfoot poster right here.
Is
I'll tweet a
Switchfoot a
picture
Christian
of it.
band?
Yeah, they're
I didn't
Christian.
know that. I've
They're
never
off.
actually
They're like
listened to them.
off Christian,
Off.
like
What is it?
off white.
What does off-white Christian mean? Is that a denomination?
No, I'm saying they're like. They want to play both sides. They want the Christian fans and the non-Christian fans.
I went to a teen Baptist convention, and they were there, though.
I heard
It was the
U2 was a
lamest thing I've
Christian
ever heard.
band at one time. Is that true?
No, they just wrote. Still haven't found what I'm looking for.
That's a. Wait,
I think we do.
wait,
we
is
do
that
YouTube
is that
poster,
supposed to be a
though.
religious song? I mean, I
It's
really
about
like
spiritual yearning.
U2. Spiritual yearning.
It's
I mean,
not
that could
really
be about a lot of
religious
things,
song.
right?
There's a lot of random posters in here. I'm going to move the Dave Matthews Band poster, and I think move the Jars of
Where are you going to
Clay.
move theAve Matthews Band?
Let's stop
poster?
talking about the posters that the audience can't see.
I'll
I can
tweet them.
describe them. Here's these guys with all these weird piercings.
It's-
They're all wearing
They're
black.
all super 90s.
Mixed pics. Or MXPX. How am I supposed to pronounce this?
You're asking the wrong gal. Oh, what is that one? I can't read that. Is that Pet Shop Boys? Because Joel's dad was telling me about it, and I was like, I think I just heard about them for the first time.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Gibby and I are taking over. We
This
have
is
to
the
include
Aaron and Gibby show now. Welcome, y'all.
y'all. We're going
Oh,
to talk
wow.
about... I said y'all before I came to Milligan.
Oh, okay.
My grandmother lives
I thought
in
you were
Virginia.
mocking me.
No, I just wanted to be included.
My family mocks me because I talk with an accent and they're all not from here. And neither am I, but I'm the only one with an accent.
I don't really think you have an accent.
Well, they like to think I do. It's
No.
when I say why. Why.
You say why?
Why? Like, why did you do that? Have you ever seen the Vine of the Texas, like, I assume he's a Texan, I don't know why. He's a preacher. He goes, why? Why? I love that video.
I have not.
Can we show Kenny Suit that? He loves the fact that he's from Texas.
Our audience doesn't know who Kenny Suit is.
Kenny Suit is
Well,
the most
actually,
quirky
most
man
of them
alive.
know.
Well, Joel knows, and that's the only guaranteed. Actually, I'll check.
That's the only guaranteed listener. Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Maggie
Corinne
Booer
hasn't
might
been
be listening.
listening.
Are
I
you
think
listening, Maggie?
said
Kelly Sosa said she's going to listen because I told her I was coming on.
Kelly Sosa.
Do you know Kelly?
She was in my Christ and Culture class.
She's a wonderful lady.
We both have these shoes. I've not talked to her very much, but I liked what she would say in class. Right now, Noah, can you stall for me? I'm gonna log into radio.co to make people
We don't have to.
You can take up. Well, there's 8 minutes left in my segment, but I don't have any more conspiracy theories.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right. Well, lately I've been writing some ad copy in case anyone ever wanted to sponsor us, but I ran out of time and I decided to do a PSA because there's something very bad that has been sweeping the nation.
Oh, no.
And I just want to do what I can to prevent further harm. This is titled Blackface. Have you or a loved one ever committed or considered committing the act or considered committing the act of blackface? Well, please stop. That's it. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of time.
Brought to you by Fresh Cut.
Yeah, stop.
Stop doing blackface.
blackfacing.
Stop blackfacing people.
Did we ever figure out if that one political guy?
Virginia's governor?
Yeah. I saw it in the caption.
Like something Northam. Ralph Northam?
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just making... Is that his
That's
name?
it. That's it.
Wow.
Didn't he admit to it?
No. I don't think he did.
No, he admitted to doing something else racist.
What else did he do?
What was that?
He was being Michael Jackson. Anyways,
What? Isn't
don't
that
be
blackface?
I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't want to.
Speculate.
I don't want to get the details wrong, but basically, his life's a mess, and yours will be too if you ever do blackface.
I had to do. Can I admit something?
We may have to shame you for it, but go
No.
ahead. No, please do.
In 10th grade,
What are you talking about?
Aaron's a racist.
Wait, no, let me finish the whole story. I kind of forget that this part of my life happened.
It's like that sometimes.
Oh my gosh, what are you gonna say?
In 10th grade, I've done theater my whole life. Starting in 4th grade, that's not my whole life, but almost. I was in the musical Once on This Island. I don't know if either of you know it.
Nope.
It's
No.
a Caribbean version of The Little Mermaid. And our musical directwe said we either had to go tanning or put on, we had to get approved with, the amount of bronzer that we put on our face. Because we were almost an entirely white cast, and there was, only supposed to be, 2 white people in the whole musical. And at that time, I didn't really put 2 and 2 together. I wasn't as politically conscious as I am now. But looking back, I don't think I could say I blackface, but I definitely Caribbean faced.
Caribbean face.
Oh,
Well,
I think that's more on them than it is on
for
you.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, some people, who I'm not going to name, have to tan to fit the part. So
Yeah, they wanted
that
us
too
to
may
go
qualify.
self-tanning or get self-tanner or go to the tanning salon. And my mother was, like, furious. So I used... This might go over anyone's head who does not use bronzer, but I had to use an entire thing, like, hit pan on the bronzer every show. So, like, I had to buy a bronzer from their drugstore for every single show
Oh
I
yeah,
was in.
of course. I bronze all the time. I know exactly what you're referring to.
Which was, like, I've had one bronzer after that show. I've had it since, like, junior year of high school. Like, I've hit pan means, like, you hit the bottom. But I still have it. And it's been 4 or 5 years. I should throw it out, like, that's really gross. But, like, I had to use one of those for an entire show. Just to, like, prove how much I used. But, I quit cast after that show. So,
Good call.
um...
While we're talking about our deep, dark histories, Gibby, have you ever killed anyone?
No.
Okay.
What was the hesitation for?
Well,
Cannibalism counts.
cannibalism counts. What if you were stranded on a desert island with 5 people and you drew sticks and the person who drew the shortest stick had...
The shortest person.
The shortest person had... Well, that wouldn't work because then the tallest person had to be eaten by the rest. Would you agree to that?
I'm a vegetarian.
If you're one of those 5 people. Okay, well, if you're gonna die, would you not eat meat
I'll
to
just die
survive?
faster.
I'd try to find coconuts.
Aaron, do you not know
Okay,
the
and
password to this thing?
No, it's not on
doesn't
my
look
sheet.
Then
like
just
it.
go back to Audacity so we can make sure we're being recorded.
We're still being recorded.
Okay.
I'm looking at our other passwords and guessing through them.
Been there.
This isn't the best use of our time.
Well, where's your game?
Okay.
I got it.
All right.
We have 3 listeners. Maggie, Kelly, and Joel.
And it says
Wait,
we
does
can
it say it?
support
Does
up
it say
to
here?
10,000.
Oh, you're just guessing.
those, I know Joel's
10,000.
listening.
Can we increase this? I'm afraid that might not be enough.
Oh, Patrick is listening. Patrick and said, Maddie and I are both listening. Rude. Patrick, I'm so sorry for assuming you're just not dating anyone in this. And you're not Kelly Sosa, so that's why I didn't guess.
Wow, Kelly's letting us down. Because
Heck yeah,
presumably the other
Patrick.
person is
Oh, that means
Joel.
Maggie and Kelly aren't. Because there's 3. Maddie's in California, Joel's listening, and Patrick. So Kelly lied to you, and Maggie Boer doesn't love us.
Well, I think, yeah. That's the only conclusion, yeah, is that Maggie doesn't love us. You're right.
Oh, Patrick forgives us. But stay tuned for next week, because Maggie Boer's going to be on, and it's her birthday. Did you know Maggie's on?
On her birthday? No, I knew it was her birthday. That's not what that... Don't worry,
Gibby's
Maggie.
eyes got so big, y'all.
Don't talk so closer to the mic. Your voice is coming in louder than ours.
I'm sorry.
No, that
There
was-
we go. I usually yell at Aaron.
I assume
But my
he was
voice
yelling
ends
at
up
me.
coming in loudest once I listen to it later, and I'm like, oops.
But, yeah, next Monday is Maggie's birthday, and she's going to be
Are y'all only on Mondays?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But you are welcome to be an audience member.
Trying to make
if you would
Garfield's
like.
life
Yeah, I
better.
would love to be Wait, what do you mean be an audience member?
You can sit over there and make sure you don't say a single word.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I can do that.
Cool.
That's called the just breathe zone.
The chest.
Anything further than that, any noise, you're out of here.
You have to leave silently if you have to sneeze. That was funnier in my head, I'll admit it.
I didn't even realize that was supposed to be a joke.
That's actually our show's motto.
It sounded funnier in my head.
But okay, major shout out to Patrick and Maddie. I'd claim them as our biggest fans.
Oh my gosh, I love them.
Well,
They've
what
been
about
on
your
multiple
boyfriend?
times.
Joel too.
Has Joel even listened to like any of our last season shows?
Joel?
Yeah. Has he listened to the Daniel Peacock episode or any of the
He
Amy
said he
Long
was going
episodes
to.
or the
This sounds like he's
9/11
not going
episode.
to. The 9/11 episode. Wow.
There are a lot
you all
of
had a
9/11
special.
conspiracies.
Well, yeah,
there was
that's
a
true. Oh, is that
Brandon
why?
Smith, he's a
I don't know
senior
who that
here.
is.
He's writing a book on 9/11.
Really?
Yeah, he
And so
knows a
we
lot more
have-
about
I'm writing a book, actually.
What are you writing a book
Oh,
about?
that was a lie. I'm not writing a book.
writing a book on 11/9.
Did you,
On 11/9, nobody talks about it, but
It's my birthday.
what was the? Do you know Dahlman's writing a book?
That's not even. No one knows who that is.
Professor.
I do.
On YouTube, anyways.
No,
most-
actually, I don't think I know.
I know a lot of the
Joel's not
professors here
texting
are
back,
trying
though,
to.
So Joel might
Everyone
not be
here is
listening
writing
anymore.
books if they're a professor. It's just the only hobby that you get to have at some point in your life.
Joel said, "I've only listened to one so far, so I can't be your biggest fan yet." 2 exclamation points. Now that it's past the hour, I've used up my 30 minutes of nonsense. Noah, what did I tweet? That you would be frustrated?
Yep.
Were you frustrated?
No more than usual.
Take it away!
All right. Well, Gibby, we have a little game here that we call Superhero Game.
Wow, I love the name.
Because superheroes are super popular now. Because I didn't even think about that. I'm just killing time.
It's a pun.
You're
It's
killing
not really
time?
a pun. I don't think it counts as... Anyways, so what we're going to do is to catch up with the superhero craze, we're going to make you a superhero, and we're going to give you some scenarios that you have to work through using the powers you have. So you get to pick 3 powers. Try to be a little creative.
I come up with them, or do I choose from a power
I
bank?
have to interject both of you. Maddie Barnett messaged me and said, red heart emoji. I've listened to 2 of your shows, so shrugging hands emoji.
Wow.
And she's been on 2. So
Well, that doesn't count. She better mean in addition to that. Anyways.
It seems like
thank
she
you
would
for
mean in
listening, though.
addition.
You're the best.
yeah, you're my best friend.
You get 3 powers. Be creative. We've had corrosive snot before.
What was only you 2 lyrics? Bono, what was it?
Patrick, one of his powers was the ability to remember any U2 lyric. We've had steel wool skin. That one was not helpful. We've had
Who said that?
Daniel Peacock.
you know
Infinite
Daniel
hearing.
Wolfskin. I do. He's engaged to Kennedy Weber?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
He also had like Crayola vision, like melted Crayola vision. Like
Which shoot out
So
of
it
the
shoots
vision.
out of his eyes as,
Yeah.
as colored wax.
so, you got to be creative with your
Hot
powers.
colored wax.
What's your first
Hot
power
colored
going to
wax.
be?
So I'm trying to be creative. I'm not trying to jack these off of any exact superhero.
You can do that too. That's what Maddie
Okay.
did.
Well, just because the Flash is my favorite superhero, so for one of them, I'm jacking his super speed.
All right.
Or
Next
next
power.
Okay, next power. Okay, how about Inspector Gadget? Like my arms can like replace themselves with like slinkies or something.
Yes.
Yep.
I love that.
Slinky arms is my
Slinky
second one.
arms.
Slinky
Okay.
arms.
Now that you've said it, it has to be specifically slinkies.
Okay,
But we'll
specifically
say they can
slinky
go
arms.
very long.
Okay, but
In
no.
order to run with like
Okay, third power is the ability to. Oh, Patrick, the U2 one is very. That's a good superpower. So to
Don't
riff off of
flatter
that,
him.
any Cranberry song, I've completely memorized. Is my third power.
Okay, I can't help you with that one. I knew U2 songs, but I don't know Cranberries. What's your superhero name going to be? We've had Ooh Boy. We've had Bono.
Gibson.
Gibson, okay. All right, you are the superhero Gibson with the powers Slinky Arms,
Super speed.
Super Speed, and
memorize cranberry lyrics.
I can't even memorize his powers. You have one super weakness, lavender-scented soaps, which remove all your power and
I
some
don't
of
get
your...
to choose my weakness?
No, you don't get to choose your weakness. That's why it's a weakness.
I guess that's fair.
Lavender-scented soaps remove all of your power and some of your masculinity. During the
all
day,
gone anyway.
you keep the secret identity of Mitt Romney's secretary/janitor, cleaning up his messes and writing letters to his 5 sons on their birthdays: Tag, Craig, Josh, Ben, and Matt.
Are those actually their names?
Yes,
He's done the research, folks.
I always do the research for this.
He named his son Tag.
I had to make up for the other names, which are a little lame. But at night, you take to the streets of your city, that being the metropolis of Ogden, Utah. Do you have what it takes to save the day?
Yes? That was a question. Yes, I do.
All right, first scenario. A squirrel has escaped from a NASA research facility after being injected with moon blood, and it's gained the
Moonblood. Good band name.
good hippie stripper name. Hipper. Nope, didn't work. And it has gained the ability to read thoughts and fly at 90 miles per hour. Unfortunately, after reading the thoughts of mankind and discovering the cruel things it has created, including weapons of mass destruction, leashes for children, and 11 seasons of Duck Dynasty, it has decided to fight humanity by flying
Duck
people...
Dynasty follows me on Twitter. Because
The squirrel has decided to fight humanity by flying people high into the air and dropping them into the beautiful Ogden River. Can you stop this squirrel using your powers?
Yeah, I can.
How?
Sweet, how?
Well, I've got my slinky arms, so they just shoot up and catch him midair, yeah? And
Yeah.
Well,
then
do you have slinky? What are your hands?
hands.
Is it slur?
Slurp,
Is it
slurky?
pure slinky with no hand?
No, I said slinky arms, not slinky arms and hands.
Well, I'm wondering what is at the end of your wrist. It is hand.
Hand is at
Okay.
the end of my arm, as is usually the case.
And when in my head, when
You don't get to clarify that now, though.
Well, what-
You said
Wait,
slinky
what-
arms. It has to be full slinky, but maybe you can still tangle it up.
like when you say slinky arms, I picture shoulder, socket, slinky coming out, and then no hand.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
just
regardless,
really
I
long
take my
slinky.
slinky,
I guess you could like
Limbs.
between the
yes, and I wrap them up. I mean, I have control of these slinky limbs, so I entangle him somehow and put an end to his ne'er-do-gooding ways.
All right, well, I
I'll
can't really
give it.
argue with that because I made the squirrel fly pretty fast, but he has super speed.
Ah, that's good thinking. What is this speed?
Why you didn't even think?
What is a
okay.
good speed of an unladen squirrel, flying squirrel?
Is it a flying squirrel or is it a regular squirrel?
Well, no, the
It
squirrel
has
is
moon
flying.
blood. It doesn't need to be a flying squirrel.
Bridget Mendler, is this what she's singing about? Do you know any songs by Bridget Mendler?
Let's not explain that.
Is that the woman from Disney?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll explain after. I'll tweet it. While you read your next one, I'll tweet the link to what I'm talking about.
All right.
Now it's
Next
it's
scenario.
stuck in my head.
So far, you've got one. You receive a letter from the mayor claiming he's been kidnapped by a being who is either a man dressed up as Big Bird from Sesame Street or Big Bird himself. And he's been taking 60 miles underground to a secret cellar. The mayor says that his captor intends to use his body for scientific testing, and that his legs are going to be replaced with pogo sticks in order to create the perfect superhuman. Unfortunately, the mayor has a crippling fear of pogo sticks due to a horrific childhood incident where his best friend was run over by a truck while pogoing in the street. The friend actually survived, but shortly after, the mayor's parents divorced. Anyways, the mayor added a note at the end of the letter saying it may already be too late because he could not afford priority shipping on the envelope.
Wait, what's in the envelope? The pogo sticks?
The letter.
No, the letter that the mayor sent you.
Okay.
Can you save the mayor? Can you find this underground cellar somehow?
I don't know that that's within my skill set.
Okay, you're not even
In
going to try.
particular, wait. What was my third? Cranberry lyrics. In retrospect, I don't know that the Cranberry lyrics were my wisest choice. And superpower, super speed. Presumably, I can run all over, and like hopefully find him in time because I'm fast.
But it's
super
underground.
fast. Well, I'll check all the manhole covers that I can in the area.
Nope, you just got your slinky arms covered in sewage.
Okay, well, yes, I think I failed the mayor here.
Okay.
Is this still Ogden, Utah?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know the mayor of Ogden, Utah?
Yeah, of course. Barry White.
Manilow.
Manilow.
All right. 1-1, and you lost one. The mayor's been returned, but he has pogo sticks for legs.
Which we know he has a crippling fear of.
Yes, he's now afraid of himself. Or at least his lower
He
body.
needs therapy.
Don't we all?
Yes.
Next scenario. In the middle of the afternoon, the yoga performance of a small group was mistaken as the beginning of a dancing flash mob, and slowly but surely the good people of Ogden have all started to join in the fun. Unfortunately, the crowd has gotten so large that it has taken to the streets, right before the beginning of the lunch rush. You need to stop the dancing and get people off the streets before they are overrun by starving workers on their lunch breaks. But you see in the crowd a familiar figure, Matt Romney, son of Mitt Romney, who you have known closely since his infancy. You need to dispel the mob without catching his attention, or your identity will surely be found out.
I was wondering why he was mentioned there. Okay, this is why the Flash is the best superhero. You can just take the super speed and move everybody very quickly before the lunch rush. They get hit by cars, obviously. And then I keep them entertained. We dance in a safe area to my wonderful rendition of Dreams by the Cranberries.
Give us some lyrics.
Well, I don't actually have the superpowers, so
Okay.
Do you listen to zombies?
This is fictional. No, this is a fictional scenario.
I forget. Well, okay.
No,
Maybe I shouldn't let people pick super speed in the future. Or teleporting, or...
Yeah,
Maybe
teleporting is...
Maybe This is no real superpowers after this.
No good ones. All right, next scenario. A new tattoo parlor, Richard McRichardson's Tattoo Parlor and Italian Bistro.
Is he from last?
Yes. It's called a cameo, Aaron. You should have let the fans discover that on their own.
Well, I was uncertain. I'm a fan of your writing.
Has just opened in town, and people are going wild for the business's tattoos and calzones. Unfortunately, it turns out the tattoo ink has become radioactive due to being cross-contaminated with products from the owner's other business, Richard McRichardson's nuclear weapons and frozen yogurt. The radioactive tattoo ink has made the tattoos glow in the dark, which is admittedly pretty neat, but it has been revealed to carry evil powers, making the town's baby boomer population somehow more entitled. Now the town is overrun with screaming adults asking to see managers, and the internet has stopped working due to the record-breaking numbers of active Facebook users who have been bemoaning the PC culture of what they dub the snowflake generation. Without working internet, the townspeople have been unable to Google their medical health questions, and now everyone is afraid of the creeping embrace of death. Because of this, the city's grave properties have all been bought up, leaving no more places for the dead to be buried. Can you find an alternative to the current burial situation for those without graves?
Wow, there was so much going on there, and then it was about how we dispose of the bodies, not like how do we prevent this from happening anymore.
Well, that's... You don't have anti-radioactive tattoo powers.
Could you imagine
super
this?
speed.
You're just trying to help the grave industry. Well, actually, I guess they're doing pretty well if they've been bought out. But people need places to be buried.
They
so
do.
What are you going to do about it?
Again, super speed. I take a shovel and dig a bunch of holes very quickly and put those bodies in said holes.
Why
Where
is
are
no
you
one
digging the
encouraging,
holes?
Like cremation or like
That's true, cremation.
You could do that.
It's much cheaper. I think it's a
better for the environment.
room saving. That seems right. Is that true? It sounds right.
You can get your ashes put into a thing and you plant trees. So at least sometimes. But also I feel like I guess when your body decomposes it's good for the soil, but...
Yeah, but it takes up so much space. Exactly.
Very narcissistic
Yeah, it seems wasteful.
if we really think about it.
Well, I mean, if you're in ashes, presumably you still have something that has your name and everything on it.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of space. You have to put it in the ground.
Hmm.
I don't even know if I want to be cremated, but I'm really arguing.
I mean...
Man, I want to be cremated.
I think I do want to become a tree. I think I do want to be cremated.
My family usually gets cremated. We just, out on the weekend get cremated.
It's a tradition.
It's a tradition. But I would like a gravestone. Like, it's nice and fancy and say something. I don't know what my epitaph would be, though.
The fact that you know... What did you just say? Epitaph?
Epitaph, yeah.
I always just say, I just want that on my tombstone. I don't ever say, that's going to be my
Epitaph is right. Somebody could check me, but I think that's right.
I'm going to Google it.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. I'm impressed either way that you could throw that into casual conversation.
So where are you digging all
It
these
sounded
holes?
right.
How do you spell that?
In the EPITAPH. I would like to say this on air. In 3rd and 4th grade, I won back-to-back spelling bees in Boones Creek Elementary School, so...
Oh, that means
Yeah.
nothing.
Nothing.
Boones Creek.
Okay, I mean, that's fair.
Both of Noah and Gibson are local. I don't think any of our listeners
Where are you
are
from,
local.
Noah?
I was salutatorian at Daniel Boone High School. That doesn't mean
Daniel
anything.
Boone. I went to watch... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, obviously,
You
from
both
Boones
went to
Creek, I
schools with
Washington
Boone in your
schools.
name? In the name?
Well, yeah.
There was
I
a
was
Daniel
supposed to
Boone
go to
near me,
Daniel
though.
Boone, but I ended up going to DB.
Because of your
The real DB.
dad?
Just
Oh,
kidding.
no.
Yeah, my dad.
He just
William
eviscerated me.
Eviscerated me.
How'd you dig the holes? Where'd you dig
How
the
did I
holes?
do the... With super
Child,
speed...
Where are you digging these holes?
Oh,
There's only
okay.
so
That's a
much
good memory.
land. All the... Did you...
I mean, is the Ogden, Utah, like, strapped for land, or...
I'm gonna do that much research.
I'll Google
In
that
some
next.
farms, fields, some...
Are you buying the property or are you digging with
No, I'm digging.
That's
I mean-
trespassing.
but it's a a local crisis at this point. I think people will be understanding.
Do you think the people are understanding, Aaron?
I'm trying to think, if I finally get a farm one day like I would like, and someone digs a bunch of holes for dead people.
But I have super speed. I'm going to cover them back up.
Yeah, but now I've...
Yeah, but you can tell. There's just...
And think about it, free fertilizer. Wow, y'all really don't want to give this to me.
I'm like, it's an idea that would work, but is it the best possible one? And with the town as a whole, I think the families, and this is a very decisive issue, the families that you gave the land for are going to be in support of you, but that poor farmer has all these dead people in there now. I think what will happen is, I won't know because you do it fast enough, and then in like 100 years, whatever Criminal Minds season 67 that they're on will be based off of this, because I'm going to discover all these bodies and not know the history of my town and think they all were murdered. So I'll give it to you, but...
Wow.
Wow, there you
That
go.
was very involved. Thank you, I think.
The Mormon Tabernacle Choir is in town to perform, and thus every Ogden citizen has abandoned their homes to see the performance.
As one
because
does.
What?
As one does.
Yes, because the choir is one of the greatest and only spectacles Utah has to offer.
Nathan Baker followed us on Twitter.
During this time, burglary has grown rampant with nobody to protect their houses since they're all seeing the choir. Except one house. You've been assigned to protect the mayor's house. However, due to the mayor's hypochondriac nature, he has installed a sink in every room of his house, each one using lavender soap, which will remove your powers if you get too close.
No!
Meanwhile, a group of older bikers with radioactive tattoos has approached the mayor's home, hoping to steal his collection of VeggieTales plush figures. They each have 9 guns and 3 axes. Why did
Each of them? Wow.
Can you stop them?
I mean,
Can you stop a
My
bunch of
weakness-
bikers? Each has 9 guns and 3 axes.
my weakness is lavender soap, so I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
so you
much
can't
I
really
can
get
do
in
here.
the house. If they get in the house...
I'm supposed to get in. I thought I was in the house already, and I was just surrounded by lavender
If you want to
soap
go into the
and
house, but you
powers.
just won't have your powers.
So, where are the bikers outside the house at this moment?
Yeah, they're coming down the street right now.
Are they gonna get there before I do?
You have super speed.
Oh, wow!
did you
See that back in my
older
face. He's right
bikers?
though.
This is like, I picture when I read this, I was tweeting so I wasn't paying attention. I picture those bikers from SpongeBob. You know what I'm talking about? Weenie Hut Jr.
I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob as a child.
You never watched it?
I mean, I've watched a couple
You watched
classic
The
episodes
Simpsons, but you've
since.
never watched SpongeBob?
Well, I started
The
that
Simpsons
as
is
a.
surprisingly wholesome.
I was never allowed to watch The Simpsons.
Although I wasn't allowed to watch it until I was an
I've never
adult.
seen it.
I wasn't allowed to watch it either. It's been a.
I think it's a lot. I think it would have been better for me than a lot of the shows I was able to watch.
I wasn't allowed to watch Fairly Odd Parents because my mom thought they were too disrespectful to his
Yeah,
parents.
yeah. That was the SpongeBob reasoning.
He was too disrespectful.
Also, Powder Puff Girls or Power Puff Girls, I guess.
You weren't allowed to watch
It's
that?
violent.
How are you going
I
to
wasn't
save this
allowed to watch
house?
Narnia because of the violence.
I love Narnia.
I have yet to see it.
Really?
Oh.
I mean, well, obviously the books are better, but
I never read them because I wasn't allowed to watch the movies. I'm a fake Bible miner.
the movies got exponentially worse as they went on.
I feel like that's
Lord Caspian was not great. But I had high
the
hopes.
Second one.
Oh, well, yeah, exponentially, I said. And that exponent was very high, like 7 or something.
math major.
Can you save the mayor's house from
Oh,
losing his VeggieTales figures?
Again, I have super speed, and I beat them up really quickly. And that's...
I don't like this power.
I know, I feel... It feels cheap now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try and use one of my other superpowers to defeat them. My slinky arms entangle their axes and actually meld themselves into my slinky arms, at which point I use their axes to defeat them.
Wow.
Oh, wait, they still have the guns, though. No, I think I have to take the loss here.
Okay.
If they shoot your slinky arms, do you get injured and die? How does that work?
No.
They just get kind of like tangled.
Yeah.
And then you just can't use them for a week.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, I guess I didn't specify metal slinky or plastic slinky.
What are you choosing?
Well, I guess I would prefer metal slinky because plastic slinky seems like it'd break more easily. Although metal slinky would bend and then it's just no fun anymore. So plastic, actually. And the
you could have the
tie-dye
rainbow
ones.
ones that look
Yeah,
really cool.
exactly. Yeah, the rainbow ones.
That's how I imagine them.
Oh, okay.
Next scenario. As has sadly become too common in America, Ogden is getting overcome with childhood obesity. Can you film a fun PSA with Michelle Obama that will encourage kids to eat healthier?
Yes.
What are you going to do in it? You're directing.
Do I have to... I'm directing or I'm starring?
You're both.
direct starring.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bad high school production.
It does. Or, do I have to use my superpowers to do this?
If you think that'll... Yeah, I would, because kids like superheroes. That's why
That
you're
is true.
doing this.
Childhood obesity
Yeah.
is the
They're
topic
gigantic.
gigantic problem. I feel like they could go two ways. I don't know. I like Michelle Obama. But I don't know
I
that.
hope so.
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna sign on to this. Nobody really liked the school lunch thing, right?
They need it more than ever.
They need it more than ever.
It just depended on the funding, if you could get good food with the law or not. My mom used to be the health coordinator for my high school, and so we were a wealthy enough public school that like we could do it and have good food, but a lot of schools couldn't with the budget that they had, and that's why people didn't like it. In case there's a
So what did y'all have?
Bread.
Bread. Yeah, we the best bread.
Saltines.
Water.
We had a whole vegetarian section. I would have pita chips and almond butter almost every day. But I stopped going to lunch my junior and senior year.
What'd you do instead?
I would come in late. I would do dual enrollment and just skip to lunch.
You just didn't eat?
I would eat at home.
Wow.
Or not eat.
That sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
In like 4th grade through like senior in high school, I ate a peanut butter and jam sandwich every day. Which Aaron gave me homemade jam, y'all. It was all like, I mean, you got it from somebody who made it.
Yeah, we
at
did.
their
I don't make
home
mine.
somewhere. Yeah.
Is it good?
Yes, it's delicious. What is it? Strawberry?
I think so.
I don't know. I've just been putting it in my mouth, and it tastes good when I put it in there. So
I would have a peanut butter sandwich. We couldn't buy lunch except on like special occasions, and I always had a crunchy peanut butter sandwich.
a country peanut butter?
Crunchy.
Crunchy. Oh, crunchy peanut butter. Yes,
Yes.
yeah. I love crunchy peanut butter.
Okay,
What kind
thank
of bread do you use? White or wheat?
Crunchy.
Crunchy bread.
In kindergarten, I got in trouble because I was telling my classmates what my mom told me about white bread. The whiter the bread, the sooner you're dead.
Wow.
So, but we also would have potato bread, which is very good.
Huh. I didn't.
And honey wheat
I didn't know
bread.
that was a thing.
Oh, they have it at most grocery. One time I saw your parents at the grocery store, Aldi, and I forgot to tell you. But they have.
Did you say hi to them?
No, they were like, I was walking and then they were walking out. And I didn't realize it until it was too late.
Aldi's. I feel like I hurt like a cattle when I'm in Aldi because they want you to go in like a certain. And I just don't like it. I don't want to be controlled.
All right, Michelle Obama's just going to have to do it without you. Next scenario.
She's a capable woman.
That's true.
She was at the Grammys and I cried when I saw her post. It was amazing.
You wake up one morning to find that your worst nightmare has become reality. The mayor has started using his powerful pogo stick legs for his own gain.
I thought he was scared of them.
He overcame it.
He went to
Therapy
therapy.
worked too
He went to
well.
therapy. It worked too well.
Therapy made him too strong. He's been robbing banks and then jumping away before he could get caught, catapulting himself on top of planes for free travel, and leaping over high fences at animal exhibits to feed animals in cages that are clearly marked "Do Not Feed." Can you apprehend the mayor without losing your friendship with him?
Well, no, I think friendship, we're way past that point. But I trust in the electorate to evict this obviously unfit man to be mayor from office.
Trump is our
You're
president.
a lazy superhero. You just get on Facebook
'Cause I have
and you're
faith
like,
in
guys,
democracy."
you're just going to have to vote someone else. This can't be my problem. I'm digging graves.
He is a poli-sci major. Double major.
Yes,
And
double major. Shout out Patrick. Me and him. Both humanities, poli-sci, double majors.
All right, I got one more. The evil villain mastermind, Spaghetti, an evil Yeti monster who hails from Italy, has kidnapped 9 talented but largely inconsequential members of the visiting Mormon Tabernacle Choir and is refusing to release them unless he gets to meet Alfonso Lincoln Ribeiro, who portrayed Carlton Banks on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It turns out Spaghetti's a huge fan of classic NBC sitcoms. Unfortunately, Spaghetti has the powers of ice breath, super smelling, and deforestation vision. Can you stop...
What?
When he looks at a forest,
Triple threat.
it's just...
Gone.
all the
There's
trees
someone
are
at my
gone.
church doing that. Doing some back.
What?
Wait, what?
Can you stop Spaghetti or
She
give
goes
in
to
to his
church this
demands before the clock strikes midnight, when nothing of particular significance will happen, but you were hoping to get to bed by then?
So how do I stop the Spaghetti?
That is your choice, using the powers you have.
Yeah, that was
chosen.
yeah, okay, yeah. And he was trying to do what again?
He wants Carlton Banks from The
Oh,
Fresh
no.
Prince.
And
Or you'll
something
have to apprehend him.
and something about the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
He has 9.
Oh yeah, he has 9 members.
Talented,
Holding them
but largely
hostage.
Inconsequential members.
Inconsequential.
Inconsequential.
Insequential.
He didn't get
Aaron's-
them in order.
That's good. Well, math major.
Yep.
I was a Bible major, and I'm calm. I don't need to know anything.
You know how to
Don't worry,
communicate.
math. I don't know what to do with my math degree. Actually, my coworkers texted me today. They're trying to figure out how many hours of the day everyone spends pooping in a year. So, or hours of a year, not hours of a day. That's a lot of time to be pooping. Anyways, can you either stop spaghetti or get him Carlton Banks?
Well, I obviously don't want to give him Carlton Banks, right? Because that would we don't
Yeah.
negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah,
right? As
like spaghetti.
spaghetti, he is a terrorist.
It's a playoff of spaghetti and Yeti.
Oh, I think we. Yeah.
Okay,
I
just
think
making
everyone
sure.
picked that up.
Good.
This is like the 6th episode with him. If you haven't figured that out by now, stop listening and go be a Patriots fan.
Gibby, we don't let Patriots fans.
No, yes, as a red-blooded American, I fully support your
Good.
no Patriots fans policy. Obviously, I'm not negotiating with the terrorist being spaghetti here, obviously. So I'm going to try and stop him. Do I know where he is?
He's on
They just
the
have
highest building in Ogden.
Which is the Mormon Tabernacle, presumably.
Yes.
Mormon Tabernacle. This is Utah.
Or Sears Tower, which is in Chicago, actually. And has been renamed, I think.
Yeah, it has. I don't know what it's called now. Anyway, back to the spaghetti. I call on my good Mormon neighbors here in Ogden, Utah, and I'm not allowed to go in the temple, presumably, because I don't think I'm Mormon in this scenario, unless I'm a Mormon superhero.
No, you would have had to choose that as one of your powers.
Oh, because we all know Mormonism is a superpower.
You get your own planet when you die.
And the magic underpants, do you know about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Fun
closest
stuff.
you get is being the secretary to Mitt Romney.
Which
So he might have access, though.
I actually think I'm technically a Mormon in that scenario,
you would have to
So I'm granted access to the temple.
wow.
And I get up there and I use my plastic rainbow slinky arms.
Plastic Rainbow. Good
Rainbow
band name.
plastic-
Good baby name.
Good stripper name?
I guess.
Wow,
Okay.
we have a lot of winners this episode. All right, continue.
And I just eat him. He's made out of spaghetti, right?
No. He's just from Italy.
Oh,
Spaghetti is
this
an
whole time I
Italian.
was envisioning him somehow made of spaghetti.
So have I.
And he's been here for several episodes, apparently.
For over a year.
And you just found out he's not made of spaghetti. Wow,
I
this
just
is...
never thought of that. I guess he could be.
Can he be
Cannibalism.
I've
spaghetti?
always thought of him as a Yeti. But he has ice breath.
Well, he could be...
Can you eat someone with ice breath?
Yeah.
Can you eat someone with deforestation vision?
Well, I'm not a tree. So I assume...
If you're cremated.
Well, okay,
Now you
you've
can't
got a
get
point.
cremated.
But I'm still alive. I just eat him, presumably, if he's spaghetti, which I prefer. So I'm saying he's spaghetti.
I can't believe it's been this long and we've never clarified if he's made of spaghetti or not.
So he could be like a Yeti made out of spaghetti. Because that's what I was like
That's what I was
envisioning this whole
imagining.
time.
That's not what Yetis
You did
are made
ask
out
him
of,
if
though.
he was a cannibal, though. And,
Confirmation.
Oh, that's true.
Gibson is a cannibal confirmed.
the end. It is 10:30.
All right, yeah. Don't do blackface. Turn it off, Aaron.
You want to add anything?